Well, it's gone from bad to worse for Manchester City as we wrap up match day 5, day 1. Manchester City blow a 3-0 lead to Feyenoord. Feyenoord equalizing in the 87th minute. Clinton, what is going on?
Honestly, at this point, it's a spiritual problem. Okay, this is no longer physical. I think Pep Guardiola needs to take the whole of the Manchester City team. Obviously, we don't have Rodri there. Yeah, take the rest of them to Nigeria. Seek spiritual help. Literally, find pastors from Nigeria. No.
You're killing me.
No. But for real though, listen. And right now, it's not just Nigerian pastors. It has to be a combination between Nigerian and because Ghanaian pastors are stronger than the Nigerian ones, right? So Nigerian pastors now are beginning to go to Ghana to seek spiritual help. So now, what Pep and the whole of the management of Manchester City need to do is to go to Africa because right now it's no longer a physical issue. Like, how do you blow a 3-0 lead at the Etihad? Now, no, mind you, I can't remember if Kevin De Bruyne came in when it was 3-1 or 3-0, and he comes in, and what's going on with the Manchester City defense? What was Ederson doing in that last goal? Like, no, there's just something off. And
Ederson, Guardiola.
Kevin De Bruyne came on while it was 3-0 still.
Oh, you see?
I don't think you can blame De Bruyne for them.
No, I'm not blaming.
You can blame Guardiola for probably 2 of those goals.
Yeah, I mean,
Shocking.
Ederson was at fault for the last one in no man's land, coming out trying to get that header. Simpson Pusey seems well out of his depth whenever I've seen him
Subs
play.
were
Guardiola
horrific.
has to be, has to be having quite one of the worst runs of his career in terms of performances. Yeah.
How many, like, what? This is now the 6th game that they've not won.
No.
Yeah.
Lost.
Well,
the 6th game that they've lost.
No, that they've not won.
Huh?
The last 6, they've lost 5, drawn 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
they've
So
drawn
it's
one.
the 6th game that they've not won
I thought they lost.
so far. For
Feels like a loss, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, like it is for me.
this
That's
was
a
the
win.
draw. I'm like,
That's a
this
win.
was
No, but
the
that's a win for
No.
Feyenoord.
Absolutely.
Like, you come from 3-0 at the Etihad against Manchester City, who are supposed to be the best teams in the Premier League. Obviously, I understand that Liverpool right now are pretty much the best, but Manchester City, they're up there. Now, this game, we thought it was going to be some kind of walkover. You even said at this point, you're 4-1.
Yeah. I was like, I'm on 4-1. They're going to win 4-1.
And it came back 3-3.
No, there's something going on with these players. Even Holland, I know he scored. We hadn't seen him get on the scoreboard in a while, but he probably should have had way more. I mean, one was a penalty, okay, fine. But Phil Foden, I mean, Jack Grealish.
I think you have to give credit to Feyenoord, though. They defended really well.
They did.
And Manchester City, on the other hand, their defense has been really rubbish. Recently, like you mentioned, Guardiola is just the opposite of what we saw last season from him. And we just, like I said, there's just how. Listen, when Kevin De Bruyne came in, remember I said to you guys, I was like, okay, like it's going to be death.
Kevin De Bruyne
like,
looks...
This is 3-0. It's probably going to end maybe like a 5 or a 6.
His bags are packed. His bags are packed.
It's gone. Like, at this point, Manchester City is no longer City anymore. This is now a Manchester village. Like, they have to sort something out ASAP. Rodri not being there, you can't depend on one player. Okay, you have, what's the name as well, who's injured? The guy from Do you guys think that if he was in the game, there could have been some kind of difference? Or?
I mean, I think when you bring a player like Rodri to any team, he can make a difference. But I also will say that this, like you said at the top of the show, this is different than them just losing. Like, this isn't even on Pep, in my opinion. These players are not playing well. There's something going on with these players themselves. None of them are performing. None of them are connecting. So maybe you can put a Rodri and a Kovacic in and they can help. But if everyone's still playing like that, unless you're Lionel Messi, even then, like, you can't change 10 other players.
It makes me think that this weekend when Liverpool play Man City, it's going to...
Liverpool are about to spank Real and then Man City.
Like, no, if I was Manchester City, like if I was Pep at this point, I would be scared as hell. Like, because, or just imagine Liverpool coming to play Real Madrid and winning Real Madrid and then coming back. Nah, listen, I would, before that game happens, I would drink some kind, I would probably smoke weed.
Or are we going to see...
No, just to get my mind up. Or are we going
to see Man City somehow beat Liverpool, even if Liverpool beat Real Madrid?
Nah.
No, it's not happening.
It's not happening. In no world are Liverpool losing against Man
Definitely
City.
not this current Manchester City. Like, I'm telling you that Liverpool already, they're going to beat Real Madrid. Fact. They're going to beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu.
I don't know about that.
No,
I
it's
think
at,
that's
it's
gonna
at
happen.
Anfield.
I don't think it's going to happen because it's not at
It's
the
at
Bernabeu.
Anfield.
Wait, is it in Anfield?
It's at Anfield.
Yeah, Real
yes.
Madrid's.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So in that case, yeah, Real Madrid are definitely losing the game. Facts. Like, we can't even argue.
Yeah.
No, they're definitely losing it.
I don't see them winning that game.
No, they're not winning it.
2,000 naira.
No. I just, every time I hear the currency, I'm like, get out here, man.
We
Get
saw
out.
Bayern Munich beat PSG 1-0. Ousmane Dembele gets sent off for what was a really poor second yellow, kind of ruining the match there.
I personally think that these refs, they need to start understanding that, first of all, Champions League football, they need to be a bit calm. That red card on Ousmane Dembele, I thought it was not necessary. Yes, of course, he had a first yellow, but you are facing a team like Bayern Munich. This is PSG playing. They were 1-0 down. Yeah, like that. They replayed all kinds of angle. Yes, okay, there was the boot up, but it wasn't that. It's not like he did something crazy to the player or anything. Like it was just him. He was going for the ball. As a matter of, I think his foot did touch the ball though.
I don't think he got the ball, and I think that's why.
But it wasn't like I didn't see like. I don't even know why I didn't go to VAR in the first place. Like they just, red card, get out, right? But if they should have gone to look at the level of how crazy it is. Like to me, looking at that stuff, it wasn't.
When it's a yellow card, though, they can't look at VAR. I don't know whether because it's a second yellow and it implicates a red card, that means because they can only look at it if it's a straight red. If it's a yellow card, they can't look at VAR. The rules state that they can't look at VAR.
Yeah, no, I just feel like that kind of ruined the game. Maybe with PSG's momentum in that second half, they probably would have been able to come back.
I still don't think PSG would have scored in a month.
I think if they had, for some reason, I think they would have come back.
They needed to win this game, and they didn't. It's looking
yeah.
long for them, but I'll tell you this much: Bayern Munich aren't convincing me either. Otherwise.
I mean, that game, Bayern Munich didn't. There was nothing. Like, I mean, at some point we thought that even PSG, they were kind of like still doing some back and. Both teams were going to each other.
I think a better team would have beaten PSG 4 or 5-0 tonight.
No, I mean yes, but Bayern didn't do it, and I'm saying
that's what we're saying. That we're not convinced by either of them.
I mean, if they probably had their last man,
Yeah.
still in the game, maybe this game could have probably ended draw. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, there's a possibility because even with 10 men, what happened? It still ended the same score.
Yeah.
That it was before the one man left.
Yeah.
You know, so but forget about every game that's happened tonight. Arsenal, very impressed. Obviously, they've played Sporting that Manchester City struggled. As a matter of fact, they lost 2. How many goals was it again? Was it 5?
5-1.
5-1.
5-1 to Arsenal. Well, Arsenal fans, Gary, the rest of you,
Havertz.
Saka, man, you guys are...
Magalhaes, Gabriel with
Martinelli.
that header. Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
both Gabby's getting on the board. It was a good one from Arsenal. It was a good showing from Mikel Arteta.
It was a very good one. Obviously, Atalanta as well.
Atalanta 6-1 without Lookman. Leverkusen 5-0, 1-0 to Inter, 2-0 to Barca. 40 goals, guys, a lot across 9
I think it was more than 40 because at that time there was no extra couple of goals when you.
I think it was 40. Sorry,
3-0 to Barca.
No, it was 2.
it was 2.
I'm imagining a third.
It was 2. I think it was
Me
probably
too.
41 or 42 across all. I think
It was 3.
41 now. Well, yeah.
It was 3-0 to Barcelona, wasn't it?
It was 3-0.
I'm not
No,
getting
really
old
quickly,
like
let me do the math. You guys talk about something.
No, I'm still on this whole Manchester City issue. Honestly,
Unbelievable.
something I'm like right now. Do you know the one person I feel for?
Pep.
Pep. I feel for him. Like you can see how frustrated this
40
man
goals?
is. My man, listen, Pep Guardiola has gone from looking 50. My man is looking 75 already within a space of 2 weeks.
It's almost as old as you.
No, Alex, this should be the last time. When I'm saying something serious.
No, I know what you mean.
No,
I
but
think
he's going through a lot.
this Man City squad, it's one of those inexplicable blips where they go from playing and being one of the best teams in the world to not being able to beat anyone, even if they were playing for 4 hours. I feel like if this game had gone on for 5 or 10 minutes, I think final could have nicked a winner.
Definitely, I agree.
Man City were pressuring the final defence at the end, but
But usually how that kind of thing ends, right? Is during that process where Manchester City are trying to get that one goal to kind of like make things up. At that point, maybe if I know, they probably go
Counter-attack. Well, that's how they equalised.
Some crazy counter attack and boom. And honestly, that last goal, That was very beautiful, man.
Lovely cross.
It was a very
I
lovely
thought he'd
cross.
taken
It wasn't
too
even
far, but
It wasn't even just about the cross. It was the fact that he was able to chase the ball. You saw that Ederson, who's pretty much a very big, tall goalkeeper who could literally cover up. I've seen him do this stuff. You know, my man literally had the courage. He went there, hit the ball past Ederson, and then still get. You know how perfect that cross had to be to get
floating
that
it over.
Because mind you, Rico Lewis was somewhere on the goal area and he was literally going for the ball, but with how perfect that one is, he literally went straight to the player who buried it. There are players who would also try to hit that one out of pressure. They would miss it. They would probably hit the goal with woodwork or something. But it literally went in clean. Like, yo, no, it's done for Manchester City. At this point, bruh, I'm beginning to not see Manchester City as that normal, like, high-rated Premier League team anymore. Like,
Can they get top four?
Right, listen. Pep Guardiola, January, he would need to think about doing something.
Money's going to be spent.
Yes, no, they have to at this point. Like, listen, if they don't want the shame, Pep, you know what to do, mate. And
All right, well, City play Liverpool this weekend, so let's see if they make it 7 in a row without a win. Meanwhile, Liverpool, Real Madrid tomorrow. We'll see what happens there.